I did not hit start. I am Lady Celeste. I am a psychic intuitive, death priestess, and I am here to decode the Pluto and Scorpio inheritance for the generation who was born into the shadows and the chaos. Because we were put on this earth for a reason. Our souls came and incarnated for a specific purpose. And if you've been wondering your entire life what that is, I am here to tell you that the time is now. The Pluto and Scorpio generation is being activated, and we will be introduced to the inheritance of power. This is our moment. The silent, shadowed, trained generation, where we are going to step into spiritual leadership, not because we were chosen by man, by man's old, dying, crumbling systems. No. But because we were claimed by our souls. See, the Pluto and Scorpio generation, each generation has its unique gift to humanity. It's a collective wave of souls that comes to do a very specific collective mission. We all have our own individual missions that we're here to do that are part of our soul contract, but on a collective level is what I'm speaking. Pluto and Scorpio generation was born for this time in humanity. Right now, we are the rainbow bridge gatekeepers between the old crumbling world and the new. We were born for this threshold. Pluto and Scorpio, we are the heirs of the underworld. So we have been living in shadows nearly our entire life, facing traumas, dealing with heavy karmic contracts, if you will. And it is now time. The stars are saying, the cosmos is saying, Pluto's children will take the throne. If you know anything, I use astrology, I use my psychic intuitive abilities to decode kind of collective patterns and stuff like that. So the Scorpio energy is of the zodiac archetype. It is the birth, death, rebirth, life cycle. Okay, like the snake eating its tail. It's Lion King, the circle of life. Okay, that's why that was such a good movie in 1996. Pop up to Mufasa, but yeah. So death was our initiation, and and so it shall be. We are being right now reborn to lead into this new earth. Okay, the rise of the shadow keepers, if you will. All right. I'm starting a series. Okay. I'm gonna decode all of this on my Instagram. Follow me at Death Priestess Celeste on Instagram. But I'm going to decode this a little bit for you here in this video. Essentially, I'm going to tune you in to the major energetic signature of 2025. Now, in numerology, 2025 is an 8-year, okay? 8 is for abundance financially. So it's a shift of power and wealth in the collective. And it's going to be done in a multitude of ways because all of our unique souls have their own very unique blueprint soul map. Okay, so it can't all come the same way is what I'm saying for all of us. So you're gonna see this play out, and depending on your chart, if you know some of the energies, you would be able to decode it for yourself. Essentially, this is not just a financial shift, but it is a soul if I can get this word, redistribution of power, legacy, and leadership. Pluto in Aquarius. We are a couple days into Pluto retrograde. We are a few days before the Scorpio full moon. We have the asteroid Juno, I believe it is, in retrograde, okay, right now, in Scorpio. That's karmic soul contracts, baby. That's exactly what all this is about, okay? I'm going to break it down for you, though. Okay. Pluto in Aquarius. We just entered this, I believe, at the end of 2024. Or maybe 2023. This is going to go all the way through the year of 2044 because Pluto, I believe it's like a 12-year cycle, okay, in each sign. This is the power shift era. Mic drop. Pluto officially re-entered Aquarius on January 20th, 2024, and stations retrograde May 2025. It was a couple days ago, okay? If you're feeling the energies, if you've got Scorpio in your chart, if you've got Aquarius in your chart, I'm looking at you, okay? This is a huge, major shift that is inviting the collective to reflect on the systems. As if we're not already doing that, please. Okay, Aquarius, let me break down what that rules first. Technology, hello, AI, ChatGPT, innovation. You're seeing people come up with, solutions to problems that they said we would never figure out, okay? Or without help, or without, you know what I mean? Collective consciousness. Like, doesn't it kind of just seem since 2020 we've all been forced in one way or another to evolve our awareness and our perspective. So the collective consciousness is rising. With every new person that is activated, their gifts come online, their soul purpose is downloaded, it lights up, and other people on the grid are able to find you and their purpose lights up, okay? It's like the Christmas lights, ding, 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 you know what I mean? Like, we're all supporting each other. Last thing Aquarius symbolizes is humanitarianism and reform. Humanitarian reform. This is for the people. This is what you're seeing on Instagram. People coming together without the big top leaders and finding solutions to things on their own. New communities will be birthed from this movement, okay? Pluto brings the death and rebirth to these themes, okay? Exposing the corrupt capitalist systems and empowering soul-aligned leaders. That's why you're watching a lot of people that did the fake stuff, the frou-frou. You're seeing through them now because the veil is gone. And now we have the people who are aligned with their souls, ready to lead, ready to stand in front and say, I know where we're going. I can see how this is going to play out. Come with me. And of course, you're going to have people that are like, hesitant. Okay, that's fine. That's part of leadership. Okay. These are going to be the leaders to rebuild the new structures, okay, of wealth, of healthcare, of influence. These are the visionaries, okay? So they're not going to look like anything you've seen before. Just a heads up. It's all brand new, baby. Translation, the old guard, the Pluto in Capricorn era. If you know anything about Capricorn energy, that is dead now. That is what you're watching fall apart and fragment into pieces, okay? 2025 is the handoff year. You know what I mean? Like the tag team, like, you got this, like, I'm out, I'm gonna go sit down on the bench for a little bit and collect myself, right? All of the resources are going to begin transferring to those who carry a new signature frequency. We've been talking about this for years. Ascend, 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 ascend. Ascend, ascend, ascend. This is why. So you will be in alignment for this new energetic frequency that is going to overpower the world and humanity and our thought processes, okay? So, I'm decoding this. I am going to break it down and put it into a, what I call a sacred scroll for you. It's a little bit of like an ebook, if you will, or something like that, okay? With this, I'm also going to mention some of the new archetypes for New Earth. I've been noticing patterns just with the research that I do, the pattern recognition, and then combining that with the astrology and the cosmos and how the energies are going to kind of fruition these changes. So I'm going to create a list of archetypes for the New Earth, and you will be able to see where you possibly fit in already or where you have been set up to kind of be initiated into, because these are going to be all new types of roles that we haven't seen before in humanity, and a lot of the things you've been doing in your life have been preparing you for this, but maybe you haven't been able to see the big picture yet of kind of what's going on, and that's where I'm going to explain that and dig a little deeper, you know? Okay, but yeah, so that was all Pluto and Aquarius. The next thing that has us lined up for is Jupiter and Gemini, okay? May 25th, 2024 to June 9th, 2025. It's already been here for a little bit, but Gemini is communication. Jupiter is expansion and abundance. So you're going to be seeing huge trends growing in the ideas of digital systems, ideas, technology. Wealth is going to be no longer concentrated, but spread out to many minds and messengers. It's going to be like, poof, like the Big Bang Theory, right? Like, poof, like blow my mind, right? Jupiter rules abundance, and in Gemini, the abundance is mental and communicative. So that's why we have the rise of the digital technology. Everybody's got their voice. Has everybody found their voice by now, okay? Has everybody found the authenticity in their message? If not, it's okay. We're learning. We're using the tools that we have to kind of build that pathway for us. But this Jupiter in Gemini is also connected to contracts, legalities, and inheritances. So there's your cosmic inheritance right there. Jupiter likes to gift you and reward you and says, here's your stuff. Let's spread it out and see how far this wave ripples and it goes, okay? Think soul contracts activating right now. Boom. Legal estate transfers will be happening. Ideas that were planted within people years ago, and now they are bearing fruit, okay? Especially for the ones that are spiritually aligned with the New Earth values, which humanitarianism, Aquarius, these types of things, okay? We're still kind of working with the eclipses, the Aries and Libra axis, those energies, until March 2026. So Aries energy is the self-actualized leader. How many planets are in Aries right now? It's a lot, okay? Aries is the beginning of the zodiac wheel. It is the I am. It's the initiator. It's the let's go. It's fire energy. Okay, Libra is the old codependent systems and dynamics and imbalances in the relationships. Okay, Libra is the scales. The scales are tipping in humanity's favor now. Okay, these eclipses have been shifting subtly but slowly in an orderly fashion. Who holds the throne here on Earth in the 3D realm, literally and symbolically? The people that were kind of behind the scenes are now, you're going to see them being called to the front, okay? They're going to be supported very suddenly through financial, ancestral, or karmic windfalls, which means once this Scorpio full moon hits, bada bing, okay? Almost like a light switch. And that's the energy everybody's feeling. That's the buildup that everybody's feeling, okay? Is that contract being signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours, okay? It's coming. Saturn in Pisces, Neptune in Pisces, very dreamy energy. Saturn is, very structure, Lord structure. Neptune symbolizes the spirit. They're both in Pisces, dissolving the old spiritual contracts, kind of cleaning everything up with the fairy dust, right? Ooh. Especially any of those contracts tied to martyrdom, because that seems to be the old world's like self-sacrifice in order to achieve success. That was kind of the mindset and the mentality. No more. We're doing away with that, okay? Poverty and lack consciousness, like, ew, goodbye, blah, blah, blah. Like, you got everything you need right in here. Source will make it happen, and that's it. Saturn is slowly, because Saturn likes to do slow and steady and get it right. Saturn's not about that quick fix, okay? Saturn is slowly rebuilding a new energetic economy based on soul worth, not hustle culture. Woo woo. Can we get it? Amen, baby. Okay. This is deeply tied to the theme of being paid to exist. Creator culture that you're seeing on the rise right now. You're getting a glimpse of it, okay? Where alignment, not effort, is the currency. If you are aligned with your mission, with your soul, you will be abundant. 1707, just by being who you are. Period. Do you like how the universe kind of like sets up these little fail safes designed into the matrix to let you know that like you're okay, you're going to be okay? Like, if you can put all of what's going on outside, if you can just like close the door and shut the blinds and know that you are taken care of, that the universe has your back, and that you are here for a purpose and you're going to be helpful, then look, if you believe it, then that's it. So now I talk about the generational wealth transfer. 2025 to 2026 is the peak year, baby. That's the Alps, okay? For the souls choosing to exit their bodies, especially from the older generations. This is really, I'm looking at Pluto and Leo people and the baby boomers, okay? They have completed their karma, or if not, they're wrapping it up right now, okay? And making way. This will make way for the Pluto in Scorpio and Sagittarius, which is right behind them, generations to rise, okay? Many of these souls are carrying spiritual legacies that include both material wealth and ancestral debts. That's why this is so huge. This is so cosmic. This is so out your mind, okay? The sudden passing of these souls, these elders, will initiate karmic releasing and wealth redistribution, both through estate transfers and activation of purpose in the descendants, okay? Now, as a death priestess, I have been initiated and I understand these cycles. A lot of astrologers do not talk about death when they consider transits. They will use words like, or they will use phrases like, what's the one here that I wrote down? Endings, chapter closures, intense release, or they'll even sometimes call it a Pluto activation, okay, to sidestep it. I'm not here to do that anymore, because there's a big part of our culture that has been so fearful of death, but death is deeply tied to the spiritual realm. And I believe that that is what this Pluto and Scorpio generation came to do. They came to bring that shadow to the light. A lot of us have gifts around honoring those who have passed, who have gifts, who are able to speak to those that are from the beyond and that get signs from the beyond. And I think the old world, it was not ready for that yet. But now that these gifts are activated, the world is going to have no choice, right? So many aren't ready to hear this, but again, where I said leadership stands, that is part of it. So all of this is part of the first wave of leadership, the Pluto in Aquarius. So those souls that have already been activated since 2020 to now, we're talking post-eclipse, post-pandemic, awakenings, and even the nodal shifts, the North Node and the South Node, okay? Because these are the nodes of destiny and fate. They are now entering their materialization phase. Woo-woo! Snaps all around, okay? They are going to receive exactly what they need very suddenly too, in order to take their rightful place in, and this is where we need them in these sectors, baby, right here: healing, education, tech, storytelling, energy work, and bada bing, governance. Because let's be real, those guys have no idea what they're doing. Well, they know what they're doing, but it's for their benefit. It's not for ours. And we're sick of it, right? Like, people have been talking about revolution for how many years now? Like, no, baby, we don't need to do that. We learned from our ancestors. We're gonna clean it up. We're gonna fix it. But you're gonna have people emerge. That is what this soul shift is all about. It's gonna be sudden, because it's going to be able to elevate these people that have been placed very strategically by source and who've been activated. It's going to elevate them immediately so that they can start. This will be the first wave of these people going through. These are the golden rebels. Woo-hoo! Can I get a hell yeah? And sacred disruptors, I love you guys too, who were pretty much invisible for years. But 2025, it's going to hand them a giant key, and it's going to say, it's your time. You've been waiting. You've been waiting so long. Go. Show them. Show them the way. Okay? So, summary of 2025 energy themes. I've got the death of the elders. This is the karmic inheritance activation. The rebalancing of wealth to soul-aligned stewards. That's the Pluto and Scorpio and Sag gens, okay, that are ready. Soul contracts for abundance are unlocking. Can I get a hell yeah? What the helly? Okay. Gatekeepers lose their power. Goodbye. They're fallen. Okay. Grid keepers, you know who you are. They are going to rise. Resources are moving very quickly to those who are building the new earth. So I'm doing more of a decoding on that. I'm going to do a whole series. Okay. It's coming. I'm building this, and I'm essentially building a place for the people who are ready to rebuild new earth, and that know that that's part of their calling, and that trust the prophecy with this. So you're invited to subscribe, join my YouTube, thank you, and follow me on Instagram at Death Priestess Celeste, or my past life portal, Lady Celeste Light. I also post here. I'm not on TikTok or anything like that, so there's only a couple places to find me for now. I appreciate you being here with me. More to come. This is super spicy, and this is the shit that gets me excited. Like, hello, we've been waiting for this for a long time. All right.